from the flanks. Ishmael. Some of Aduana have started finding the spaces in between the Aduana central defense and the laterals, and is giving them joy.
Abubakar. Mensah to Abubakar. Mizaki Friye. Konsa. Kuma. Goes past Brighton J. Hangs on and is fouled by Raymond Arjaman. Free kick for Hearts of Lions. That's brilliant play from Kuma.
Kuma getting a lot more on the ball. He's getting more and more dangerous. Confidence building up. He's very much creative. He's swift. And he has that ability to just run in between tight spaces. He's giving Aduana headaches.
Chance for Hearts of Lions. How did they flop this opportunity? Ateje had all the time in the world and the space to have done something more positive, but here comes Aduana. Mizaki Friye. Brighton J. Flag goes up and a J is offside.
It was clear exactly what was happening. Brighton J couldn't time his run. That was a swift counter break from Aduana, winning that free kick. But AJ always quick. You can understand him. He's not as pacey as his younger self. He would have to run a bit more quicker to pick up the pass in order to catch up with the runs. But that was very good work there from Heart of Lions, Hennessy, and then Ali catching him.
30 minutes in Pando. Hearts of Lions and Aduana yet to score here in the top liner of match day 14 in the Ghana Premier League. It's lived up to the contest. It's lived up to the bill.
It's been interesting. End-to-end action. Most of the glorious opportunities, clear-cut chances fallen for Heart of Lions. Not too clear, but they've managed to ask lots of questions about this Aduana team. The absence of their regulars clearly not giving them any troubles. They've been fluid as expected at the den. What is lacking is a lot more effort on target to test goalkeeper Chris Osei.
Robin Hennessy. Fauzi Ali. Fauzi is trying to pick up Kujokuma. Lions here. Kwanzaa. Fauzi Ali. Ishmael Ado. Ateje. Good pass to Freeman. Ado is looking for options. He's trying to get to Bismarck Enim. Ado. Switches to Yao Danso all the way down the right hand side. Kwanzaa. Cleared by Anoche Bedu. Danso. Hearts of Lions are holding on to possession pretty well.
They haven't put so many foot wrong in this game, and they are calmly trying to find their own way of dominating and creating more chances to score.
Here is Freeman. Today he's been given a free roll and taking the most of it. Now Enim sends the ball in. Chance for Hearts of Lions. Again is Kuma on the volley. Nearly put the Lions ahead. Impressive from Hearts of Lions.
Another beautiful chance. Hennessy finding Enim. An awkward delivery coming in. Very unorthodox. But Kujokuma from that position should be able to find the target. Not the best connection from that volley. It was always tearing away from the goalpost.
What a goal it would have been for him on his first ever start in this season's Premier League for Hearts of Lions. He's mainly been coming off the bench, and he's starting today. Nearly made it count. Brighter J for Aduana. Ado steals possession from Sana. Here comes Ishmael Ado. Sana is careful because he's on a yellow card. Chance Freeman is on the left. Ado hangs on and switches to Yao Danso, but it's Kuma who arrives to take the ball. Kuma just missed the glorious chance a while ago. He finds Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa finds Yao Danso. Here's Kuma. Good reaction from Prince Osei, but he's hurt himself in the process.
Excellent piece of play there from Heart of Lions, trying to find their way through. Very good pass. Kuma bringing it down on his chest. Look at his run. And look at that dink of a pass from Samuel Kwanzaa. He got into the way. Michael Epson, and both couldn't find a decision to make. But excellent goalkeeping there from Prince Osei. He stuck out his leg and he cleared the ball. Instinctive goalkeeping from Osei.
Anochibedu completely out of sort, completely beaten, and I'm sure he would have blamed himself if that ball had hit the back of the net, but Osei, that was an instinctive reaction from the Aduana goalkeeper.
That is what you need from your goalkeeper. When your defense fails you, he becomes the last line of defense, and it proved pivotal. The reason why he's become number one with the Oja boys. But credit to Heart of Lions. They are finding the spaces even in the watertight Aduana FC defense. Look at Kwanzaa, look at Ishmael Ado, look at Ruben Hennessy, look at Kwejo Kuma and Besmak Enim. They've been pulling the balls through from the right, left and center. It's all left with Epson and Kuma to be able to capitalize on it in the final third of the pitch. You can't miss these chances. Once you are punished, it becomes difficult for you to come back into the game. This is a game of football. They should know that.
Aristika, he's been tasked with the responsibility of getting Aduana into a top 4 finish, but realistically, these guys want to win the Premier League. That's Bashir Effort. He had issues with a centre referee last week in Abrankese. He accused the referee of using unprintable language on him. Then the referee flashed him a yellow card. Bashir Effort has since been charged by the Ghana Football Association. He was expected to respond yesterday to charges of misconduct. When I spoke to him, he says he did nothing wrong. It was the referee who rather insulted him.
As we know him, he's very much vocal. He will always vent his spleen. He will always express his displeasure. And he was also not happy with his players. Remember that quote, likening them to dancers from one location to another.
Lions have a corner. It's Enim to take. He goes to the near post, headed down by a free air. Enim keeps it in for Danso. The two laterals combining to get the ball away for Lions. Here's Hennessy to Kwanzaa. Danso sends one in. Epson is the target, but Boache heads it out. Patrick Mensah goes past Freeman. Mizaki free, a good ball to find Mensah. Enim is coming so hard. That's a beautiful tackle. Clean tackle from Enim.
Brilliant play from him. He sensed the danger. Look at the run from central part of defense. And he knew exactly what to do to make sure that Mensah wasn't going to advance. But you can credit Mensah picking the ball in central midfield and advancing to that position.
Adam Sabubakar to take the throw in for Aduana. Ado, Enim. Freeman is up against Ajman. His foot up against Freeman. Referee Kofi gets his right.
There's no need for him to complain. It was needless taking out his foot there, knowing Ajman was always going to come with his head. They just give Ven away a cheap free kick to his opponent. Already under pressure, they can calm themselves now. These are some of the decisions you make that disturbs the flow of the team.
Saidu Sana and Boateng behind it. Boateng goes over it. Sana blasts one from afar and it goes wide for a goal kick.
That was quite a very good hit coming there from Sana. He's well noted for those drives. But unfortunately this time around, it was always moving away. I think a decent wall kept him to strike that ball way off target.
Saudi Ali to Mensah. It's a poor pass and Aduana will take advantage. Sana to Bright Ejay. He turns around Fauzi. Here is Bright Ejay, but the effort is blocked by Fauzi Ali. Here is Henson and Ponsam. Seydou Sana, Raymond Ajman, Adam Abubakar. Good run from the left back. He's fouled by Chauncey Freeman. Free kick for Aduana.
Chauncey Freeman has started giving away free kicks in very poor positions. They were in control of the game, but they seem to be giving it away with some of these indecisions. But very good play there coming from Abubakar. He hasn't set forward so much, but that was promising.
Free kick. Advantage Aduana. Patrick Mensah and Boateng behind it. Remember, Dumako Boateng and Patrick Mensah plotting and planning to execute something spectacular. Dumako goes over it. Mensah delivers. And Mizaki Free improvises with an overhead kick, but the flag was already up against Alex Boache.
That was quite free kick wasted there. Very good delivery into the penalty area. A connection from Mensah Free, the very best. And Boache failed to move away from that offside position.
It's 40 minutes, 5 more minutes before half time. Hearts of Lions nil, Aduana FC nil. Alex Boache with a long ball looking for Henson and Ponsah. Ball coming off Besma Kanimpo and Aduana throwing.
That was very good read of the ball there. He knew he had to get a touch.
Sana's delivery. Danso flicks it away. Here is Kuma, blocked by Patrick Mensah. But Kuma does well to get possession. He was pushed and referee gets the decision spot on.
Very good defensive work there coming from Kuma, and as much as he's been brilliant in the attack, he's helping defensively. That was quite very quick one from him to ensure that that touch wasn't going to fall to Patrick Mensah, forcing Mensah to make the mistake.
Anochibedu kicks the ball away. Bedu hands possession to Chauncey Freeman. Here is Ateje Konsa. Decision in favor of Hearts of Lions, but Alex Boache comes to the rescue. Sana only as far as Hennessy, all the way back to Odate Lamte. He's yet to be tested in this afternoon's game.
Well, he's had a very quiet day, and it's all because of his defense. Fauzi Ali and Hennessy making sure he doesn't have too much to worry.
Michael Epstein with a chance on his left foot into the side net. Glorious chance for Michael Epstein on his left foot, unleashing one that failed to find the back of the net.
It's quite surprising. Look at that delivery. Ateje flicking it right onto the part of Epstein. From that position, he should work. The goalkeeper at least way off target. Side net in there. It was quite a sweet head with his left foot. He was aiming for the low corner of the near post, but he had to hit wide.
Enim Sana Konsa. He's been brilliant for them. Combining with Ismail Ado in that midfield. Henson and Mensah up against Enim, and Aduana has a corner.
Enim will be quite disappointed to let that go, but there was nothing he could have done extra.
There was a great show of desire and purpose from Henson and Mensah, materializing in that decision going in favor of Aduana, and Patrick Mensah will step up for the corner kick. Mensah to Boateng. Boateng swings in across. Boache has the ball down. Anochibedu is lurking. Again, the final touch of Bismarck Enim for another Aduana corner.
You can quite understand why he's a bit livid. Look at that delivery cable. And Alex Boache, not the tallest player, but always getting onto these balls. Let's check a free ace. Flick wasn't enough to find Anochibedu.
Cross comes in and is straight to Odatalante from Mensah. Not a good delivery from the Premier League debutant. We're doing 4 additional minutes. Those 4 minutes will be huge for these two coaches. None would want to concede before the break.
It's been quite a decent game for both teams so far. A number of opportunities that have come. The goalkeepers haven't been tested enough. Out of Lions having the better share of them. But it failed to get the very best out of these. Aduana will be glad with what they have had so far.
Fauzi's ball in, looking for Efsin. Anochibedu, strong tower for them in that area. Danso. It's a handball against Raymond Arjamand.
That was clear for everyone to see. He stuck out his hand, went down, so wanted to get the ball past him. The referee was close to the action and whistled.
Fauzi's ball. Diving header by Adomako Boateng. Enim gets the advantage of Henson and Mensah. Adateje hands possession to Brighter J. Here is Henson and Mensah. Sana with the cross. Chance for Aduana, and Brighter J's header is straight to Odate Lamte. He arrived at the right time. Not too sure about the accuracy of that connection.
He could have done better. That was quite a sweet delivery from Sana. He hasn't been his usual creative best, but that was one that Brighter J could have had a powerful connection to it. It was too feeble and not enough to hurt Odate.
Yao done so for Heart of Lions. Now Kuma on the right side. Clever way to win the throw-in. Patrick Mensah just kicking the ball against Kuma to get the advantage.
Been quite a decent job there done by Abubakar Adams, in as much as Kuma has had a better share of exchanges. Just make sure that all those exchanges do not end in a goal.
Brighter J. It's obvious he's struggling as a kind of lone man up front, filling the shoes of Emmanuel Marfo, the club's top scorer. The referee whistles as a handball against Ateje. He seems to be cutting a frustrated figure, Ateje.
Well, it hasn't been a game that you would have expected him to be so quiet. He's one man, you would expect him to be a bit more vibrant, but it hasn't been the case for him. You can understand his frustrations.
Sana must be careful. Already on a yellow card. I'm sure Gideon Nikofi is going to be sympathetic towards him. He cautions him verbally, and he knows the next tackle might get him an early shower.
And he needs to calm down. And look at that delivery coming in there from Sana. Brighter J could have done better. He just made it easy for Dantelante. He saw where he was going to head the ball to, and it came directly at him, not too far away, to test the goalkeeper.
Could have been much better from the experienced Brighter J, whose goal was once captured globally on the CNN when he scored a spectacular bicycle kick a couple of seasons ago at the Linkley Stadium in Obuasi. He could have been doing something with this one for Aduana.
Well, I think he was trying to apply that basic rule, head the ball back to where it was crossed.
Lions trying to make inroads, but Aduana trying as much as they can to defend their lines before the end of the first half, and that's it. Referee Gideon Nikofi brings the first half to an end. A very competitive first half between these two. Top of the three on the Ghana Premier League table is Hearts of Lions, who dominated possession, created some chances, not too good enough to hand them the opening goal. Brighter J just squandered what was the brightest chance for Aduana in the first half. It's ended goalless at halftime here at the Kando Stadium. Hearts of Lions, 0.
Right, so halftime from the Kando Stadium, where it's Kando Heart of Lions currently drawing goalless against Aduana FC. The first game of match week 14 of the Ghana Premier League. It's been such an entertaining game. You know, we've seen some good chances as well from both sides, but then nothing to separate them after the first 45. And there's a time where both coaches will be sending out strong information and then also trying to tweak tactics, hoping that at least the next 45 they could get the breakthrough. My name is Jose Okuku. I'm still here in the studios of Max TV with Nanidu and then also Francis Aboyebo Blackie. Gentlemen, welcome quickly to you, Nanidu. Will you sum up that first 45 minutes for me?
You know, the spectacular result that we saw in the first 45 minutes, I told you it's going to be a tight game because of the way the two teams play. Scoring goals in games like this has always been difficult. It can stay like this for the entire 90 minutes because the two teams, the strength of their teams are their defense, where Anochibedu and Alex Boachi operate from, and of course where Hennessy and the Lions also operate from Kando House of Lions teams. So that is the strength of their teams. I'm not really surprised the first 45 minutes has ended in a draw.
Francis, we've seen some good football, good attacking play, especially by the away side, Aduana FC. They've shown so much promise, especially in the attacking third. But you think 0-0 is a fair result?
Well, I think if someone deserves to take the lead in this game, it has to be the home team, Hearts of Lions. They play some beautiful combinations on top of the pitch in that first 45 minutes. You look at Michael F. in the dying embers of the first half, came face to face with the goalkeeper and decided to put his weaker left foot through the ball to hit the back of the net. At least, he should be hitting the target from that particular point because of his qualities. But if you look at Hearts of Lions,
okay,
I think
Francis, I think we would have to quickly go for a commercial break. Sorry for that rude interruption. Still watching halftime conversation here in that game between Kando Heart of Lions and then also Aduana FC. We are headed for a commercial break. We'll be right back with more.
Gainike yɛde nkyia soronko free Iona Pharmacy mamunyina yɛde Gainike syrup aba Gainike eboa eyi afichikro emu haw ahodoɔ te sɛ afichikro a emayi de etutusi basabasa ene afichikro mu yaw ahodoɔ no nyina efiri hokra Gainike boa ema atenka akofem no san pagya ne mu yie pa Gainike boa yema menomu a wanya menopause ɛho haw ahodoɔ te sɛ honam a ɛhyehyew na ɛyerayera wo no abufuo atete ene de atete saa no nyinaa Gainike brena sekra aduroi enkoda a oni mfie edumienu entumi mfabi ubenya bi ɛwɔ pharmacy license chemical shop ana herbal shop a ɛbɛn mu pendodo atu a frɛ Iona Pharmacy Gainike ɛbɛyɛ wo de FDA ahwehwɛ adwadie nkratoe mu agye atom sɛ ɛyɛ
Aiko Eduani bi a wuye bia, ayiko seasoning powder wo homa o. Enu lebe ma ne denu enye peye.
Eduani mean ham say.
Equal spices no.
And chicken seasoning.
Your beef seasoning powder, chicken, goat, fish, jollof, stew, 3 mix.
I go spices. I go.
Ekoye.
Eduani dia equal spices aye die. So, ekoye ankasa.
MD ajidwe die nkrato yatum.
Fire! Every demon stealing comfort customers out.
Amen.
You need to sow a big seed and all your customers will return.
No. Keep your money. You win a blow pack new takeaway packs. Wait a minute. Enkata yi na nso blow pack de etum yie pa egane guma enjuntem obetumi o microwave obetumi asa room asa use biom.
Sir, is that why you left me?
Ani egane tomfo bia upgrade.
Me too. Blow packing so obo of them send the wo dwaso no.
Customers they run before, then she find the magic pack.
New blow pack takeaway book has saved my business. If your customers come in and see Jens free of the queen.
Microwave use am again. Blow pack go make you rain.
Please. Say yo. My catch they use Kojak quality oral care product. Today Kojak charcoal toothpaste. None of most my head. Fanano ma'am.
Hey, Mrs. Aduana. Oh no.
Now won't take Kojak P&F toothpaste. Any of my mouthwash no. Ye free hanum say ya kona kope bito esan sen ho nye nakra ebo wo mo setai fenfen mo se de ye wona
Ane emfa won se endi agrokra efri se ebetumi aha wodachi ni senti ne de Kojak oral care abedwaso ne demonstration Kojak charcoal toothpaste Kojak regular fluoride toothpaste Kojak P and Kojak F toothpaste and then the mouthwash no tusumre kana koje wodie Efri se Kojak niema die eye quality keke upe biato a wubenya bi wo Ranko Pharmacy eye Kojak for retail pharmacy ewo East Legon American House UBA Bank no nchen hwa FDA agi edwadie nkrato yi atum
Ante saba ewo mo bodi ni ma nke kwana moba
ko se ena me dia semasio kanene paano na saa na me so ya na wode me edre na adi me nkwa no Kingdom garlic bitters.
No benefit him.
Me benefit wine. Also kwato de
Abrewa this mama abrante me shuve won anti kakra na wabre no Kingdom garlic bitters and the capsules no nya hoden abrebia
Kingdom garlic bitters in the capsules.
Assembly anyi ho
edeben we hu ama wani agise senior na me wife company one personal Kingdom ginseng power capsules nti se a mpaso aye
Kingdom ginseng power capsules emani tie ni asumdie befi abrebia oba bia o de pu aha no edro ba kupa wo hia ne tremendous capsules esiesie wo ma wo ye oba sima enro yi wo benya bi wo ba bia ye ton nro bia Kingdom herbal no challenger
What do you fire over for so crow to me? Now, Mamma Hama Bibia. BO16 hair mist, Bedua Kajinemu. Why BO16 hair mist quite strong coso? Say a more by from Mowa and Mount Trassi cow. Na a Mount Trassi Yesh. Nina Ayinti. A Mount Trassi Joe. Na Emma and Kapapa Beach no Trassi. Hair mist one was swaying my braids, locks, and a natural hair. Nema would do BO16 hair mist for free. You will pack size me 40 ml. Ubit media ko baby. And 125 ml. BO16 hair mist gumu ahudwa Mensah. BO16 express yourself and cratway Everton.
If you're dreaming, don't be afraid.
whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon. This advert is FDA approved.
I want to watch the match. Even watches Ghana football these days.
Do you know Charles Taylor?
The president.
Charles the Terror Taylor. He terrorized defenses with his dribbles. Who know Don Bote? He screamed the stadium. Was like before the general lifting up trophies. Stephen Odro was orchestrating the game. The legends of yesterday, they have paved way for the heroes of today. Do you know the Ghana Premier League?
No, Dad.
It's our game. It's our pride. And you watch it now live every weekend from now on.
Catch the Ghana Premier League live this and every weekend.
All right, so welcome back. It's still match day 14 of the Ghana Premier League, and it's the first game today, Friday kickoff from the Kpando Stadium, where it's Kpando Heart of Lions drawing in a goalless stalemate against Aduana FC. Let's cross over back to the Kpando Stadium. Let's listen to what the coaches are saying at halftime.
Heart of Lions and Aduana have been joined by the assistant coach of Aduana FC, that is Maulom Selom. Maulom, I mean, you are still in the game, but you've not created enough chances. Do you think the second half, the system must change?
Yes, surely the system is going to change. The game plan for today, especially in the first half, work in in defensive third, but unfortunately it's not working in attacking third. So we need to be a bit composure in attacking third and take advantage of the little chances that we may create. Yes.
Of course. Now you've been a bit blunt up front. Do you think the absence of Emmanuel Mafo is telling in this game?
Not really, but we have analyzed them, so we have to develop another strategy, have to go with it. Because as usual, they have a lot of numerical advantage in upfront, so we also have to develop those numbers to act with them or to give us those the strategy in the game situation. Okay. So we have to be a bit calm in upfront side.
Well, let's see what happens with the second half. Maulom Lawrence is the assistant coach of Aduana. It's goalless between the pair here at the Kpando Sports Stadium. I'll be joined by the assistant coach of Heart of Lions. Coach DJ, you had one glorious opportunity. Do you think Michael Epson could have done better in that situation?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. He could have done much better, but that is how football is. Sometimes you think you are shooting, but you rather miss it. So I think second half we are going to come up good.
Of course, you've created all the good chances in this game, but unable to break that defense of Aduana. What should change in the second half?
We are going to keep on attacking them because the more we attack, the more we get more chances to score. So we are going to keep on attacking them.
Well, both my assistant coaches have spoken, and we've heard them. Second half upon us. And
so we just listened to the assistant coaches at halftime, and Daniel Nyeje, the assistant for Kpando Heart of Lions, believes that they need to continue creating the chances, and hopefully they can get the breakthrough. Nanedu, we've listened to both coaches, but for Kpando Heart of Lions, Nyeje believes that Epson should be bearing that chance.
You heard from the assistant coach for Aduana Stars. He said the strength of their team is their defense. So they will have to find a new strategy in the second half. For Nyeje, they have to continue putting pressure on Aduana defense. These two teams is built around their defense. They may have the names up front, but goal scoring is a major problem in the Ghana Premier League. So I'm not really surprised. The first 45 minutes ended in a goalless draw. They will come back in the second half, especially Heart of Lions will start putting pressure on Aduana defense. Aduana would like to soak those pressure, especially in the first 15 minutes of the second half. But still, the game will end in a draw.
Francis, we've heard from DJ. He believes that, despite the fact that Heart of Lions are the second highest scoring team this season, only behind the Mediama Sporting Club, they still need to improve on their chance conversion.
Well, in terms of the attacking phase of the game, Lions have been much more direct with how they've attacked Aduana. It's just that Stephen Anoche, Bedu and Alex Boachi at the heart of their defense have played a very solid game, compact game, marshaled by, remember, Adomako Boat and Abubakar Adams. They've never been caught out off guard in terms of their defensive shape. And for strikers like Michael Epson, he has to be clinical in front of goal. In matches like this, the premium chances will not be that much. There will be few. So if you have a chance like what he had on this particular occasion and decided to kick it the way he kicked, at least get the ball on target, work out the goalkeeper Prince or say impose for Aduana Stars if you are supposed to break the deadlock of the game. But if you look at the first half, I think Heart of Lions have attacked more. They've shown intent. It's by no means fluke that they have about 6 attacking players on the pitch. Paul Ataje, Chauncey Freeman, Michael Epson, and then Kojo Kuma. All of them are attacking players. You look at Kwanzaa. He's playing in central midfield because of a certain Echedogli who is not there. If not, he would have been pushed up front. So they have enough firepower out there on the pitch to win the game. And if there is anyone among these two teams that is supposed to break the deadlock, I think Heart of Lions stand a bigger chance. But hey, in terms of Henson and Mponsa, Bright AJ, and then Mensah Free, Aduana Stars possess ammunitions that can hurt you at any given time. We were at the Hogwarts Sports Stadium. Hogwarts United played very well, but they picked their moment and they scored those 2 goals to win the game. So Heart of Lions got to be very good. I'm so much impressed with the performance of Raymond Ajimane and Seydou Sana at the heart of their central midfield. They'll be very solid in terms of the distribution and in terms of the mobbing. They'll be very, very tactical as well.
But when you look at the two teams, Heart of Lions, they are missing 3 key players.
Yeah.
Aduana Stars is missing only 1 player.
Just one. Is it 10?
But Aduana Stars is missing that player and Heart of Lions missing those 3 players.
Wow, you think they really miss Mafu up front for them?
Much more than Heart of Lions missing those 3 players because Echedogli, there is a right replacement for him. Ebenezer, because it's a home game, they've been able to replace him well. The attack, there is no player they are missing from up front. The Lawrence or say goalkeeper who is not there, or Date is doing well in post. But the Aduana FC are missing Mafu. Bright J, Mensah, big names in the local scene.
Have they been sharp enough?
What Mafu offers the Aduana Stars team this particular season, those 2 players are not offering those. So it means they are missing Mafu much more than Heart of Lions missing those 3 key players in their team.
Interesting. But these are some of the chances created by the home side. But Francis, looking at the chances that ended up falling to both teams, which team do you think created the best chance? We saw the Efson chance, which was a big chance. I think that was the Efson chance that he should have buried. Do you think the finishing or the decision making on his part was just poor?
It leaves much to be desired. The striker of his quality should be at least hitting the target with this. And if you look at the way Heart of Lions linked up on top of the pitch, it's a thing of beauty. You saw Kwanzaa Buama prior to this chance created one for Kojo Kuma, where the goalkeeper had to come out of his line to clear the ball with his feet. But look here, Paul Ataje nodded the ball down. And with this, a striker of his quality should have had the composure and the calmness to at least hit the target. Look at the space between him and the centre back in Steven Anoche Bedu. That was a poor decision making on the part of the Heart of Lions striker. And if you keep playing like this, Aduana Stars have good quality attackers in their fold in Bright AJ and Mensah Free. When they get the same thing at the opposite end of the pitch, they can end up punishing you. But for Heart of Lions, this has been their problem in most of the games that they played this season. The decision making in the attacking third leaves much to be desired.
All right, so we'll soon be joining the feedback. Let me quickly take your predictions. What do you think the halftime full-time score will be?
It's still going to be a goalless draw.
Goalless draw.
I don't think this game will end in a goalless draw based on what happened in the first half. Both teams created some decent chances. It's all about the top marksmen to have the calmness and the composure, and the decision making needs to be prompt and accurate. When they get that, I think that the deadlock will be broken here.
All right, so let's join the feed for the second half of the game between Kpando Heart of Lions and Aduana FC.
Heart of Lions will be stepping up to ensure they make the most of home advantage. A venue where they are yet to lose a game at. This venue is a venue they call the Den, a fortress for them, but Aduana has been giving them a good run for their money in the opening 45 minutes. For Aduana, they've been ensuring that they are not overly outplayed by Heart of Lions, but they equally also failed to create decent goal-scoring opportunities. The closest they came was that header from Bright Ajay, following that delivery from Seydou Sana. Back from recess, we're looking forward to another competitive second half.
You should expect a lot more vibrancy, a lot more energy, a lot more creation of chances in the second half as they look for goals.
There we go for second half here in Kpando. It's Heart of Lions who gets us going for second half action. Ismailado with a long one straight to Prince Osei.
Clearly the intent is to work a lot more, test the goalkeeper a lot more, see if he can fumble, and that was clearly an intent from Ismailado there.
Here is Brighter J up against Hennessy. He goes down in the box. Hennessy fuses a clean tackle. J appeals for a penalty, and all eyes on Niku Joe.
He was very close to the action. He definitely knew that there was no way Hennessy had a touch of the man. The reason why he allowed play to go, give him the benefit of the doubt. He was close to the action.
The foul against out of Aduana attacker Mensah Free. He went in and shoved off Fauzi Ali, but interestingly he's the one who has come off the worst.
I think the intent was to go for the man and not the ball. I think he's very much okay. He hasn't really caused enough trouble for Heart of Lions.
He's just caught 1 goal in 13 games this season. Mensah Free. He began with a lot of promise and huge potential during his days at Brecum Chelsea. He was touted to be one of the next big thing in terms of goal scoring in the Ghana Premier League. I guess he's yet to live up to it.
It's quite unfortunate that he hasn't been able to keep that consistency. He still has the skill. It's all about confidence, and he needs to pick it up himself.
Konsa with the outside of his foot was trying to get to Ateje, but Osei had it well covered.
Ateje has been a bit quiet. He hasn't been able to read in between the lines very well. If I'm thinking Heart of Lions want to make an early change, it could definitely be him.
Mensah Free, stopped by Hennessy. Sana picks it up for Aduana, sends in a cross. Patrick Mensah is lurking. Adam Sabubakar swings in a cross. Mensah Free said and Hennessy returns it away by Kwanzaa, and it's disappointing from Raymond Ajiman's goal kick.
That was quite a very beautiful delivery there from Adams. Mensah Free knew Brighter J was free. He wanted to knock it back to him. Look at that sweet left foot delivery. Clever intent from Meshach, but Ruben Hennessy was right there. It wasn't a header that would have beaten Hennessy to find Brighter J. Credit to the centre back.
Mensah Free. Now Brighter J for Aduana. Tricky one. Goal kick.
Aduana more vibrant the second half. They are finding the spaces. They are finding the passes. And it's all because of that quick switch. Mensah Free now playing right behind Brighter J, and Patrick Mensah has been moved to the left hand side. There's an interesting switch from Chuba Restika.
Yao Danso, Kwanzaa, Freeman. Good ball to Bismarck Enim. Now Ateje. Over elaborating on the part of Ateje. Chance to Freeman with a touch. Enim was being held back. He gets the throw into his advantage now. Kwanzaa.
It's more like Aduana was settled in the opening minutes of the first exchanges this half. But Lions coming in.
Abubakar's clearance. Fauzi Ali is first in the air. Good movement from Kuma. He wants to find Efson in the middle, but Enim was a better option down the left side. Henson and Ponsa. Goes past Ateje. Swings to the right and finds Mensah Free. He comes up against Ruben Hennessy. He leaves the ball behind. Still a Free. It's obvious he wants the corner. Hennessy is not bulging. Sana swings in across. Stopped by Enim. Here is Ado. He's aiming at Kuma, who has got the pace, but he can't go past Adam Abubakar.
The intent was very clear. Hit the ball past Adams and run past him. But Adams applying very good intelligence there.
Here is Brighter J. Lovely control, but he's stopped by Fauzi. Ajman. Henson and Ponsa. Boateng. Brilliant. Goes past, chance to Freeman. Swings in across. Ali misses. Chance for Aduana. And it's a brilliant finish. Spectacular goal by Patrick Mensah. Wonderful finish. What a way to score the opening goal. Out of nothing, Aduana pulls out something spectacular. And the Oja boys have stunned the Lions in Pando.
It was always going to come. Fantastic delivery coming in there. They had to push early in the second half. They knew exactly what they wanted. Quick switch of play. That delivery was inch perfect.
And can you fault him? That's the Chief Executive Officer of Aduana, Collins Atapoku, excited much like the fans, and you know he can afford this dance.
Exactly, better delivery, better play from Aduana. Look at that swivel from remembered Makubuate. A delivery not with his greatest foot. It was blocked by Brighter J. It fell to Patrick Mensah. Look at that head. You can't fault Odate. Though as that is near post, but it came too swiftly, too powerful, beyond his capability. Good finish from Patrick Mensah.
Poor defending, but Mensah wouldn't mind. He took it really well. Lovely pass from Boateng in the beginning. Brilliant finish from Patrick Mensah.
But I think that the second half, he knew exactly where he was going to find his purple patch. Together with Mensah, they've switched positions, and that has worked the magic for them.
Aduana is taking the game to Hearts of Lions, with Lions yet to lose at home this season. It's become a tall order for Bashir Hayford and his charges. How are they going to come back into this game?
They quickly need to respond. The dominance in the first half did not count, and just as the caution went to them, this is a game of football. You profligate, you are punished, and that is what Aduana have done. They have the capability to get back into the game though, but how early is it going to be?
More pressure on Bashir Hayford. He must be a truly concerned man. I'm not sure Cheba Ristika will have the same source of concern like Bashir Hayford. Hearts of Lions. Now desperation is beginning to set in their play, Lions.
That was quite needless there from Efsen. There was no way he was going to be the goalkeeper from that distance. What was he thinking? He had players running, could have picked them up.
Hearts of Lions are winless in their last 3 games. A 2-2 drawn game against Vision, a goalless drawn game against Karela, and a 2-1 defeat last week against Nations. And they are down by 1 here, and Aduana is still probing for a second.
That is quite not interesting for Hearts of Lions. They've had a decent game, but it's quite unfortunate now. They've missed opportunities and they've let their gas down early the second half.
Hennessy. Fauzi Ali. Konsa. Ado. Ali threads one through. Efsin with a chance. Michael Efsin caught in 2 minds whether to shoot or pass, and it's ended up fluffing another big opportunity.
That was quite an interesting piece of play there from him, but he couldn't find Chauncey.
Kuma goes down, he still hangs on to possession. Yao Danso Ishmael Adu's cross, and Prince Osei grabs firmly for Aduana.
That was a poor cross there from Ishmael Adu, always hanging. And Prince Osei, very agile goalkeeping from him. He knows how to pick these up. An easy catch in his area.
55 minutes at the Kondo Stadium. Heart of Lions 0, Aduana FC 1. Goal scored by Patrick Mensah, well taken goal with the left foot.
It's quite needless there from Henson. And then Meshach Afriye. It's quite interesting now. It's clearly the whistle had gone and needless to engage in those tangles.
The den is quiet. The only sounds you can hear is that from the traveling Oja fans from Domahi and Crow. There's a foul against Konsa.
There's a lot more desperation for Heart of Lions. They want to quickly get back into the game. And it's favoring Aduana FC. Meshach Afriye caused a lot of troubles this second half.
Afriye, Hennessy. Odate Lamte comes up, he gets the ball away for Heart of Lions. That's a famous Asante Kotoko fan,
ever present,
who travels to every venue he can find himself at. I'm sure he's going to be in Kumasi for that game between Kotoko and Dreams on Sunday. But he might make a stopover in Accra tomorrow.
That is quite expected. He's not worried about making the trips. He loves the GPL and he enjoys it. This is his own and he loves it.
To be fair, he's been one of the most visible ambassadors of the Premier League, although without an official title. I think he's been driving this Premier League really well.
He's done quite a decent job. You know, not the most controversial person. He makes his support for his club known. He comments when necessary, and he just enjoys the game.
Only loves to enjoy the game. Here is Yao Danso. Ishmael Adu is trying to get a chance of Freeman. The passing play from Heart of Lions have not been on in the second half.
So many poor passes, disjointed and uncoordinated flow of pattern for Heart of Lions. It's quite unimpressive to see how things have panned out for them. That is all because Aduana are very eager to pick the second balls, the scraps, and is giving Heart of Lions headache.
Hennessy with a long one looking for Michael Efson, but Alex Boache, you can always trust him. Clever and very decisive in his actions.
Very good defensive work there from Alex Boache. He's trusted, he's dependable, he's durable. Look at that. He knew exactly how to cover up the space. Show some strength in there. Efson clearly not happy with that badge, but it was legal.
Very obvious. Heart of Lions are missing the services of those missing players. Especially H.A. Dogley. Fauzi Ali and Hennessy seem to have played really well in central defense, and you can't blame Odate for that goal. But that H.A. Dogley role seems to be missing in this game. But here to go, Aduana, Henson and Ponsa. He puts one through for Brighton J, but Odate Lamte is quick to react.
That was very good goalkeeping there from Odate Lamte. Read the situation well. Quickly came out to pick up that ball before Brighton J got anything on that.
It's offside. This is in favor of Aduana playing with two experienced centre-backs. Anoche Bedu and Alex Boache, solid partnership. They'll be rated as one of the best in the Premier League after 14 games.
And clearly, so they've done quite an enviable job. Many clubs will be wanting a central defensive pair to be as resolute and combative as that.
Maxwell Arthur comes in to replace Bright Ajay. Bright hasn't really lived up to it, but in the second half, his experience has really been impactful in the Aduana play. Not too sure what Cheribade Stika intends to do, but he brings in a defensive midfielder for an attacker.
It looks more like he wants to solidify his midfield. There will be more advancement for Sana, and then keep Mensah free to cause more trouble with a high press.
So Free slots in to be the lone man. Sana moves a step further, and Mensah will provide the shield alongside Raymond Arjiman. Adam Abubakar's clearance. Returned by Fauzi Ali. Powerful one in by Anoche Bedu. Freeman. Poor touch from Kwanzaa, but it's lucky Danso is able to keep the ball in for Lions.
It's quite surprising Chelsea Freeman hasn't come very good with the aerial duels, but they keep hitting the ball to him. You see the frustration from Kwanzaa getting to him. He just went onto the back of his marker. It was quite a bit needless from him in that area of the pitch.
Yellow card to Boama Kwanzaa. Samuel Kwanzaa for that foul. Hearts of Lions will shuffle their cards. Seed of Asante steps in for Hearts of Lions. Free kick for Hearts of Lions. Asante in for Epson. Chauncey Freeman out for Sharif Alabani. Like for like changes. Here is Henson Amponsa. It's a beautiful stop by Enim.
But Aduana seems to be doing most of the things they failed to do in the first half. They are tackling, they are putting pressure on Hearts of Lions, forcing them to either hit the ball high up and making lots of mistakes.
Alex Boache tries to find Sana. The goal scorer was trying to initiate the move from the middle. It's a foul against the goal scorer, Patrick Mensah on Ishmael Ado. Here is Alabani. Ateje. Ishmael Ado to Ateje. He gets the corner from the boot of Maxwell Mensah.
That was what is going to happen A lot more energy on the flanks. Ateje needs to come to the party. He's been so quiet throughout the game.
It's interesting why he's gone quiet. Corner taken away by Alex Boache. Fauzi Ali for Hearts of Lions. Gets the ball away, it's cleared away by Anochi Beidou.
A bit of indecision there by the centre back, forcing him to find it difficult to sort out his feet.
2 balls on the pitch. Hearts of Lions wanted to quickly send it into attack. .65 Lions still trailing Aduana by 1-0 here at the Den in Pando, a venue where they are yet to test defeat this season in the Premier League.
It will be a remarkable achievement by the Ocha boys in their quest to reclaim the GPL title.
The foul against Sido Asante.
That was too much strength there from Sido Asante. Eventually budgeting to Henson and Ponta to commit a foul right in front of the assistant referee. And it was always going to whistle for that as a foul.
Anochi Beidou has been nominated for the Player of the Month of November in the Ghana Premier League. Puts up a decent outing for them during the month in review. But he's got the likes of Prince Chenibua and Samba O'Neill to contend with for that accolade.
These are quite decent with his experience. He's a journeyman.
An absolute journeyman. Maxwell Atta. He hands possession to Enim. Here comes the Lions left back. Enim swings in a cross away by Alex Boache. Raymond Ajiman gets it down to Seydou Sana. Sana, good pass to Mizaki Free, but the flag is up for offside against the free hit.
That was a very intelligent pass in there, but Meshach was too quick. And you can see Sana a bit unhappy with that run from Meshach Free, but the coach Chobari Sekadiu, Meshach was offside and should have been a bit of a delay in that pass made by Sana.
If the results stay this way, Aduana go top of the Premier League with 27 points before Mediama step up in their game, which has been postponed until the 31st of December against Gold Stars. So they might be enjoying the top spot if it ends this way.
And that will be good riddance for them, knowing that they've traveled to make a point. And they've been quite making some giant strides on the road this season, claiming points from very difficult grounds. They are clearly showing signs of a team that has the capability of winning the Ghana Premier League.
Alex Boache clears the ball away. Aduana won by 2-0 against Hall United, so in their second visit to the Volta region, they've scored a goal. The last time they visited, they scored twice. And there's trouble for the Aduana captain, Alex Boache. Sido Asante is trying to help, but Boache is not interested.
Clearly, the captain of the team will try to while away some time. Wait for the medics to quickly walk to him and make that decision.
Aduana have won against 11 Wonders. That goal scored by Charles Jemfi Kamara. Then they won against Hohoi with goals from Emmanuel Mafo. And then Mensah Kefriye, they're on the road to winning their third game away from home this season. Here is Fauzi Ali, sends in a cross, and that header from Ismail Ado, not troubling Aduana.
That was a very good defensive work there.
Kuma, this first start of the season, and he makes way for Faisal. Shawe Ateje also makes way for Dennis Hutor. Coach Bash is throwing everything he's got as we enter into the last 20 minutes of this showdown in Pando.
He clearly needs a goal. He clearly needs to respond. There's no time to bring any more defensive players. He needs to throw in that attack.
Big blow for Aduana. Captain Alex Boache is limping off injured. They would need more defensive reinforcement. And not Chibedu's header. Kwanzaa comes forward. Hutor. Hennessy gives the ball away, but he does well to redeem himself. Ruben Hennessy barely make mistakes. Swings one in the box, headed down by Arthur. Now Ado. Hennessy. Too much for Danso.
It was quite surprising. He wanted to make that pass.
Aduana goalkeeper Prince Osei has gone down. I know Chibedu is trying to check out what's up with him on his thigh. Referee points to the time, indicating that the more you waste the time, the more I'm going to play more minutes afterwards.
And Kofi, you clearly see there was nothing that happened. Absolutely nothing. Well, he could be making a very valid point there.
Sidibe and Asante will come in for Aduana as the goal scorer Patrick Mensah makes his way out alongside the injured captain Alex Boache. So Kofi Asante and Dauda Sidibe will come in. Kofi will slot into defense and cover up for Alex Boache. Maxwell Arthur can also play in that central defensive role. We see how Trevor Aristika is going to tweak tactics and change personnel on the field.
Going to be quite interesting to see how things will pan out. A bit of a frustrating afternoon, losing the captain. Heart of Lions have to quickly get back into the game. They have a few minutes to quickly make that recovery and get the equalizer. If they want to win, they need to do it the hard way.
Aduana have their reserve goalkeeper warming up in anticipation of replacing Prince Osei, Mohamed Abbas.
I'm sure Prince Osei is going to continue the game.
The look on the face of this Heart of Lions fan.
Stephen Boche is very much unhappy, but Aduana don't care.
I can feel for him though.
It's merrymaking for the Aduana fans who have made a very long trip.
If they win, it's going to be a smooth ride back home to Domain Crow. Here is Yao Danso. Good reaction from Prince Osei.
He's quite intelligent. He knows when to come out for the ball. He reads the game beautifully and picks it up in his zone. That's his territory. He cannot fluff.
Adams Abubakar to take. He swings one in. Flick by Sidibe. Hennessy clears the danger. Mensah to Sana.
That was poor decision making there from Sidibe.
We've got a cut of an hour mark to go with Hearts of Lions still trailing. Aduana with Anochibedu cleverly heading the ball back to his goalkeeper, Prince Osei.
Intelligence and experience at play. Anochibedu now would have to do the work of Alex Boachi in that defense.
Konsa. Sidibe wins possession. Here is Abubakar. The flag must definitely be going up, but no. Clever decision from Mensah to have wind himself away from the offside trap, and eventually Kofi Asante going to cause the foul.
Very good gather there from Fauzi Ali. He knew exactly what Kofi Asante wanted, got into his path. There's going to be a bit of pain.
The disappointed faces of the Hearts of Lions players who just went off: Kuma, Epson, Freeman, Ateje, and their faces sums up their day today.
Hasn't really been a very good day. They had their dominance in the first half. They failed to take advantage of it, and this second half has been quite unimpressive for them.
Dr. Lamte's delivery. Raymond Ajiman's header. Anochibedu clears. Kwanzaa. Referee whistles advantage Aduana.
Samuel Kwanzaa giving the ball away, needless. Barge into his man there. The referee was very much aware. He knew the decision that he was already going to make after playing out the advantage.
Ajiman's delivery. Now Mensah send cross straight to Dr. Lamte. Alabani, Huto, Danso, Fauzi Ali. Time is not on their side. Hearts of Lions, but the build-up not too purposeful. Abubakar gets the ball away, but it's Danso who brings it down for Hennessy. Chance for Lions. Seed over Santos header just over the post. Good leap, but the connection not too precise.
That was quite a sweet rightful delivery there. Look at the ding of a pass picked up coolly by Faisal. A delivery, Seed over Santos should be hitting the target.
Asante. Hearts of Lions knocking hard on the doors of Aduana. This time was Alabani, whose effort just went wide.
It wasn't quite a cross that had enough pace on it. Alabani was trying to work a lot more, get it to the far post of the goalkeeper, but it was always moving away.
Abubakar shepherds the ball out, but Hearts of Lions want the game to be flowing at this point as they chase that equalizer, which seems to be a long way from coming. Chance for Hearts of Lions. Again, Aduana left off the hook.
That was quite a good pass. Yardan so picking up. Cedar Asante was trying to quickly whip the ball through, but very good cover there.
Abubakar Adam very much aware of his surroundings and ensuring that he got that one away from reaching any Hearts of Lions attacker. Konsa makes way for Owusu. Anthony Owusu takes the place of Boama Konsa, and it's Bismarck and him to take the corner for Hearts of Lions. Enimo coming with an in-swinger from the right side with his left foot. Lions have as many as 8 players in that box. Cross comes in and nobody's arriving to connect. Alabani to Huto. Swings in across. Chance for Lions. Well defended by Abubakar Adams again. Hennessy to Ado. Alabani. Henson and Ponsan gets it out. Returned by Asante now. Aduana can finally have a breather as Seydou Sana goes down from the challenge of Huto.
Clearly badgering into his man. Sana was always going to get first to the ball. Huto a bit disappointed, but that leap from Sana was beautiful. Look at that. It's all fun for them.
Party time. Although 8 more minutes to go, these traveling fans from Ahinkro would not mind. That journey alone is a big deal, and for them to grab maximum points will mean they've got every right to party deep in the night. Fauzi Ali's clearance. Maxo Ata. Henson and Ponsa. Pushed down by Huto. But they won't got the advantage of Aduana. It's Hearts of Lions who's got the advantage.
Clearly Henson and Ponsa making sure that he whiles away some time. Caused a lot of trouble.
Raymond Ajiman has slotted in to do the mopping up duties after the exit of Alex Boache, with Maxwell Alto occasionally dropping to make it a 3-man central defensive unit. Was it a handball against Maxwell Alta, who took the levers? Cleared by Anochi Bedu. Fauzi Ali. Chowe Faisal goes down. Yellow card to Kofi Asante. Free kick to Hearts of Lions.
And it's been decent work from Lions in the last couple of minutes, trying to get the very best.
So we have a good look at that handball incident. It really struck the arm of Maxwell Arta, and referee saw it. He was right there.
He was right there, maybe based on proximity, but that was clearly a handball inside the penalty area.
And him to take the free kick for Heart of Lions with 5 more minutes to go. Heart of Lions trailing the Aduana 1-0 here in Pando. And Heart of Lions are probing for that equalizer. Here is Enim. Enim swings one in. And Osei grabs firmly. Loses the ball, but Heart of Lions doesn't make it count. Corner for Lions.
That's quite interesting how Osei dropped that ball. He collided with his own player to let it loose. Lions failing to capitalize on that.
Lucky doesn't get punished. Now Lions with another corner. This time taken to the far post. Fauzi Ali arrives and his header goes over the top for a goal kick.
That was quite a very decent leap, very good leap there. But unfortunately, it was going way off target. Maxwell Arthur doing enough to prevent Ali from having very good connection to that ball.
The clock is fast ticking. And Hearts of Lions don't have enough time on their hands. Still trailing the home side in search of the equalizer. Goalkeeper Osei goes down again, and this time he's asking for urgent attention.
It was quite interesting. Osei seems to be in some pain there. Alabani there. And Osei goes down easily once again.
So the interpretation to that handball incident involving Maxwell Arthur is that the hand was not totally outstretched, but it was rather on the player's body. And in that regard, it's fair for Gideon Nikofi to overlook what was being claimed as a penalty by the home fans.
Well, clearly he wasn't too far away from the body, and proximity wouldn't also allow you to give that as a penalty. It was too close to him. I think Gideon has had quite decent calls in the last couple of games.
Daniel Nieje, the assistant coach who was once coached by his head coach at Asante Kotoko, knows too well that they can't afford to slip at home again. Having gone 3 games without a win, they were hoping to bring back the smiles on the faces of these home fans, but the Oja boys had other ideas.
Clearly,
ain't this beautiful? The Hearts of Lions fan decides to have a cool dance with the Aduana fan. Forget about the scoreline.
This is football.
But he would not be happy about that.
Clearly he's not happy. Especially with what his side is going through. It's quite interesting. If anyone would have believed Heart of Lions would have gone 4 games in the Ghana Premier League without a win, nobody would have believed that. But that is the situation currently.
$88 minutes, 2 more minutes of the 90 minutes remaining. Pando Hearts of Lions trailing Aduana by a lone goal scored by Patrick Mensah just after the break. Here comes Alabani. He's up against Boats and brings it back to Hutor. Hutor goes down from the tackle of Kofi Asante. Kofi Asante is already on a yellow card. After coming off the bench, he needs to be mindful. Conceding these fouls and going on to concede a goal, I'm sure will be suicidal for him.
Those are rash challenges there from Kofi Asante. He needs to keep a cool head, as inspired by the referee a couple of times. And I think he cannot continuously be giving away free kicks in very dangerous situations. Aduana themselves wouldn't be happy to lose this lead.
Last season, Hearts of Lions beat Aduana by 2 goals to 1 at this venue, but here they are with Regulation time over. They are trailing. Free kick taken. Good save by Osei. Here is Huto. Chawe. Maxwell Alta wants space to clear it away, and he does get the space. And Aduana are pushing for a second, but the flag is up. Decision against Mensah Free, and we're doing 7 additional minutes.
That was clearly quite unfortunate for Mensah Free, but lucky from Ismailado. Nearly giving that ball away. Indecision. Enough minutes for Heart of Lions to get back into the game, but as to whether Aduana are going to let it easy.
Here is Sidibe. Swings in across. Nobody's there for Aduana. Henson and Mensah was late for it. Ishmael Ado gets it away. Sidibe. Yadanso. Bismarck Enim has taken the armband after the exit of Kwanzaa, but that's put up against Seed of Asante. Too hard on Anoche Bedu.
That was a high foot there. He went in with a stamp. Anoche Bedu was first to get to the ball. He read the situation well, and he came off worse from that challenge. Good call by Gideon Nikofi. It looks like they've been very decent. They've passed all the checks for how resolute they had to be in defense to repel all the dangerous attack and midfield play from Heart of Lions.
Heart of Lions would have to be thinking about where they'll be picking up their next point. They travel to Samra to take on Samatex in a crucial match day 15 fixture at the Century Sports Arena. And I tell you what, it's going to be explosive in Doma as Aduana hosts Accra Hearts of Oak at the Nana Jimambudi, the first pack.
Well, interesting fixtures coming up is the reason why Aduana will be very much happy with all 3 points from the Den. But for Heart of Lions, going to Summer Boy, the Century Sports Arena is also another difficult ground.
Osei again with a good catch that leaves the home fans still thinking, when is the equalizer going to come and from where will it come from? Surprising, Heart of Lions took 4 points out of the possible 6 from Aduana last season, but here they are, giving them so much to worry about. The cross comes in, Alabani has sit down, and ball is cleared away again by Raymond Ajiman. Heart of Lions appeal for a foul. Referee not interested. Ismail Ado. Bismarck Enim desperately trying to keep the ball in, and Boatin unable to hang on for Aduana. Is a throw into Heart of Lions.
And look at that delivery. Huto there, getting by his man. Very good delivery. And it was Alabani bringing it back. Clearly not a handball. Adumako evaded that touch.
It was obvious what he was trying to do here. He knew the ball was going to come off his arms, and then he just quickly had to get it away. Now here they go in search of the second. A free A. Henson and Mensah. Sidibe is in the middle. And Mensah hangs on. And Mensah goes for goal. And he nearly found the back of the net for the second time for Aduana. But good save from Udate Lamte. Corner to Aduana.
That was quite a very brilliant piece of counter-attacking play there. And Mensah knew that space was very tight after his over-elaboration. Wanted to go himself. But very swift and smart goalkeeping there from Udate Lamte. Going down quickly to parry that ball for a corner kick.
Corner to Aduana, the team in the lead here in Pando. The last time Heart of Lions won a game here, they beat Young Apostles by 2-0 on match day 10. And after match day 10, Heart of Lions have not won a game Here is a free here. Boateng loses out to Hennessy, who gets the ball in for Hearts of Lions. Returned by Anoche Beidou. Flicked on by Atta. Continued by Sana and Bismarck Enim. That's what to keep his calmness and composure.
Very decent player, not in a rush to make decisions.
Ismail Ado for Hearts of Lions. Faisal Chowe down the right side in search of the equalizer. Here comes Sido Asante. Shows too much of the ball to Boateng. Oh, that effort from Yao Danso flies over the bar and goes out for a goal kick.
The intent was clear. Wanted to go for the top right corner. Execution was terrible. One, he wouldn't be lucky of being happy with. Definitely been a difficult evening for them.
We're into the final seconds of this top line of the Ghana Premier League at the Den in Pando, where the firepower from the Oja boys seem to have kept the Lions quiet and unable to roar here in Pando. Here they go in search of the equalizer. Alabani up against, remember, Domako Boateng. That's what to hang on. Good play from Alabani. Here is Hoto. Now Enim. Owusu's ball in. No foul. Goal kick.
That was quite a decent delivery. It was quite questioning why. And so, Light failed to try getting onto the end of that delivery. Anthony Owusu.
That should be it. The final whistle has been blown by Gideon Nikofi to bring the game to an end here at the Den in Pando. Aduana FC have defied the odds and returned to winning ways after going 2 games without a win. Having drawn last weekend at home to Basekioli Stars, they needed this win to reignite their ambitions of winning the Ghana Premier League. A man of the match performance by the evergreen Stephen Anoche Beidou, a nominee for GPL Player of the Month of November. An absolute display of leadership and confidence at the back, and something that these traveling fans will enjoy deep into the night and even on that trip to Domahin Crow. Aduana go top of the Ghana Premier League, at least for now, with 27 points from 14 games, and Hearts of Lions will remain third after 14 games, still on 23 points. It's over in Pando. It's Hearts of Lions 0, Aduana FC 1.
Full time from the Pando Stadium, where it's Heart of Lions that were put to the sword by the visiting Aduana Football Club. A win that sees the Oja boys climb to the summit of the table momentarily until tomorrow. Entire Sunday's games are being played. There's still continuous coverage of the Ghana Premier League. Match day 14. It is the first game of the thrilling match day. Aduana beaten Pando Heart of Lions by a goal to 0. My name is Joseph Kukui. I'm still here with Francis Aboibo Blackgate and then also Nana Edu. What a game we just witnessed. At some point you were thinking it was going to end by Francis, but then Aduana showing so much resilience, and they have managed to bag all 3 points back to Doma.
Well, this is how you mapping up a perfect strategy to play away from home, and this win is a huge win for Aduana. It's a statement win for them, and for Hearts of Lions, they've hit the deck. How would they bounce back from this? It is only they themselves that can know. They are winless in their last 4 games in the Ghana Premier League. They've dropped points at home in their last 2 games as well. So that tells you that something is wrong. To me, they are in crisis. They have to find a way to come out of this, because it's not looking good at all for Pando Heart of Lions.
Interesting. Then they do 1-0 Aduana. We spoke about the fact that the last time they were in the Volta region, it was a 2-0 win against Hohoi. Now they return there again and they leave with 3 points, this time at the expense of Heart of Lions.
This is a title winning results in the Premier League against a team that you are fighting the Premier League with. When you go to their venue and get a maximum 3 points, it's a statement to win. I'm happy for Collins Atapoku, Chiuba Aristeka, and the people around the Aduana Stars Football Club. Massive away win. I told you earlier on that those 3 players, Heart of Lions, are going to miss from today's game will affect them, especially Etodogli. His partnership with Ismail Ade has been perfect this particular season. This season we have some perfect partnership in the Premier League. Ebenezer Aban, Hennessy, Ismail Ade, Etodogli. These are the key men for Heart of Lions Football Club. So when you are missing the spine of your team, goalkeeper, your central defender, your key midfielder, obviously it will affect the team flow. And that is one thing that affected Heart of Lions Football Club today.
Aduana FC becoming the first team to 8 wins this season. It took them just 14 games to bag 8 wins. They are currently top of the table with 27 points. You're still watching the post-match in that game involving Pando Heart of Lions, and there's also Aduana FC, which just ended at the Pando Stadium. Aduana FC getting a 1-0 win over Pando Heart of Lions. There's still more for you on the show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this commercial break.
In the heart of Ghana, a nation rich with natural resources and vibrant culture, lies the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, a beacon of excellence in the energy sector. For over 40 years since its creation, GNPC has committed to its mandate of developing Ghana's own petroleum resources to support the provision of adequate and reliable supply of petroleum products and reduce the country's dependence on crude oil imports, charting in the process. In education, the corporation has, among other things, constructed over 150 classroom and dormitory facilities and awarded over 4,000 scholarships to deserving Ghanaian students at the graduate and postgraduate education levels. Recognizing the importance of preserving Ghana's natural environment and the health of its people, GNPC has funded the construction of over 700 borehole water systems, 86 sanitary facilities, and 30 AstroTurf pitches to enhance physical and sporting health. GNPC, powering dreams.
Product from Casa Preco.
This advert is FDA approved.
I want to watch them, man. Even watches Ghana football these days.
Do you know Charles Taylor?
The president.
Charles the Terror Taylor. He terrorized defenses with his dribbles. Who know Don Bote?
The general lifting up trophies. Stephen O'Drow was orchestrating the game. The legends of yesterday, they have paved way for the heroes of today. Do you know the Ghana Premier League?
No, Dad.
It's our game, it's our pride, and you watch it now live every weekend from now on.
Catch the Ghana Premier League live this and every weekend.
Thanks for sticking and staying with us. It's still the post-match discussions here in the studios of Max TV. My name is Jose Okokwe. Full-time scenes at the Kano Stadium where Heart of Lions lost to Aduana FC by a lone goal. What a game we just saw. And I'm still here with my two gentlemen, Nanedu, and then also Francis Aboibo Blagate. Gentlemen, we've just seen one of the most shocking results. But Francis, let me come to you. Would you say this is the kind of win you get that actually gives you the mentality, of a champion?
Yes, absolutely, Jose. Because if you look at the Ghana Premier League, one of the toughest places to go to grind out the results is the Kpando Sports Stadium. And last season, Heart of Lions lost 2 games at the Kpando Park, one to Nations FC and the other to Dreams SC. But this season, this defeat happens to be their very first one in the Ghana Premier League this season. And, for Heart of Lions, it's a reality check. It has been coming. They've been playing with fire. And now today they are here. It has bent them. And they are supposed to bounce back from this. Winless in your last 4 games for Coach Bashir Hayford and his team. They got to do self-retrospection, look at each other in the face, and be real with each other. Because it's unlike Heart of Lions. I can't remember the last time Heart of Lions went 4 games in the Ghana Premier League without winning a game. And this wasn't the kind of results that gave them the second place finish last season. So sometimes you need a reality check, but for Aduana Stars, this is a statement result. This is a huge win for them. It will boost their morale in terms of how they will approach the rest of the season, because now they can believe that we can go to anywhere and then win the games. Because for Heart of Lions themselves, they find it always difficult to lose against their title rivals whenever they are playing on the Kpando Sports Stadium. So for me, I think congratulations to Aduana Stars, Chuba Aristika and his team. This is a statement result as far as the Ghana Premier League is concerned this season.
Then, talking about Heart of Lions, dating back to match day 10. 2 points from a possible 12. What is wrong with the Kpando lads?
Bashir Ford gave you an explanation last week at the Dr. Kabite Sports Complex. Some of their players are solely headed. Omutima starts a young model. That is why they are not getting the results in recent times. He complained about the so-called senior players in the team.
Did they feature today?
Some may be in, some may not be in. Maybe fatigue. He has a very good squad, but doesn't like rotating the squad. They have other quality players who can come in, replace players like Ismail Ado or Echedogli. Look at the players who came in today. Some of them did their best. But I think you need to find a way to rotate the squad, give other players equal opportunity in terms of some of these games, especially when you are playing at home. Well, in terms of squad, one of the best that we have in the Premier League, Heart of Lions is one of them. Goal scoring has been a major problem for all the 18 teams in the Premier League. So games like this is always compact. 1 goal, 2 goals will separate the game. So you find a way, one, to protect your back four, not to concede. In the first 45 minutes, the clear chance from Epson should have been the goal for Heart of Lions. I don't know whether he played with a weaker foot or he's a left-footed player.
He played with a weaker foot.
The weaker foot. So that could be one of the major problems for Heart of Lions. In the second half, I expected Heart of Lions team to put more pressure on the 2 central defenders of Aduana Stars. They are very good, but they're a little bit shaky when they put pressure on them. So I didn't see that thing in the second half. That is why Heart of Lions lost the game. Aduana Stars, in the second half, they deserve to get that particular goal.
Francis, how well did they miss, or how much do you think they missed Echidogli in midfield today? Today we saw Kwanzaa dropping deeper, playing in that double pivot role alongside Ishmael Adu. There was no Echidogli, arguably one of their best players, this season. But how did they miss him today?
Well, in my eyes, they've not missed him that much. Aduana Stars scored against the run of play, and for Heart of Lions, it was due to defensive lapses, lack of proper communication, and taking issues into their own hands. And they were not able to salvage the situation when they were on the back foot. So if you look at the goal itself, you can't fault the central midfielder. It was route 1 ball played into the zone, and people have to look around their shoulders to be able to see what is happening behind them. But they couldn't adjust their feet, and it happened at the right wing back position where a certain Yao Danso was playing. So in terms of adjusting yourself to salvage the situation, they didn't react quickest. And at that point in time, if you have experienced players on the pitch, in Brate J and then Patrick Mensah together with Mizaka Free, they know how to move to crisscross and then the decoy movement to be able to take your focus off, and then they'll basically punish you. Mind you, the power behind the ball is cannon off the goal post and then hit the back of the net. It tells you how drilled they were on the training, how they rehearsed the movement, and how they executed it in the game itself. It's a beautiful team goal, and Heart of Lions just need to look at themselves. Like he said, for Coach Bashir Hayford, he's not someone that loves to rotate his starting 11. He has his well-tried and tested 11. So if you are not in it, it's difficult for you to play. That's how come some of the players get frustrated.
Okay, Francis, let's cross over to the Pando Stadium because both coaches have had their say after that 1-0 win to Aduana.
Coach, congratulations to you. You said prior to the start of the game that you were coming purposely for the 3 points. How does that feel, getting all the 3 points?
Yes, I see the confidence from the player, and I talk from the player. If you respect our tactic, it's possible win the game or draw from Heart of Lions. About Heart of Lions, is special team here in the Ghana, play another football, and if you don't understand Heart of Lions, no have any chance to win the game. But us analyze the Heart of Lions is stopping what is the better from the attacking line, from the winger and the player, respect the plan. Congratulations from the player about his trust me from our plan, and he's go and win the game.
Of course. Now coming into the game, your last game you had drawn, now you have a win. How important will this win be for you throughout the rest of the season?
You need to understand, if you see the Aduana Star is working inside in the pitch, the team, the group is working together, understand now everybody what need inside in the pitch, and this is the power from our team. And if respect what is talking, respect what is the training important, respect what you are in the training, put inside in the game, it possible have the very good result. I am happy about this game is more tactic, and our group, our Aduana Star win the game.
Of course, and it's a big win for you. Coach, we will leave you to go enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you.
Chioba Aristika is the head coach of Aduana. Good win for them, and they are currently on top of the Ghana Premier League table. Coming into the game, they were actually second, Heart of Lions were third, but with this massive 1-0 win, goal scored by Patrick Mensah, it is a massive win for them. I'll be joined shortly by the head coach of Heart of Lions, Bashir Hayford, and I'll be asking him what really happened with this one. It wasn't the pleasant result for Heart of Lions, not what they were actually looking for, because prior to the game they had gone 3 games without a win. Now it's 4 games without a win. First of all, Coach, commiseration to you. You dominated the game entirely by failed to put the ball at the back of the net. What was really the problem in today's game?
The problem is sometimes that is how football is. If your attackers fail to put the ball into the net, the opponent put one there, you are in trouble. We did everything, and I will give credit to the defenders of Aduana Stars. In fact, they defended so well, gallantly, and I'm not surprised that maybe they are at where they are now. So congratulations to them. Now, and I think we'll fight next time.
In recent times, I've not seen you furious on the touchline like this. When you considered the goal, I saw you furious and you were dishing out some instructions to the defense. What actually were you telling them?
Because what I told them at the training ground, what we rehearsed, were all not coming. So I asked them whether something has gone wrong. Is it anything different from what we do at training and what we expect them to do? That's why I was furious, because it is not once, twice, twice, especially my centre backs. The way they joke, but the goals we have been conceding, if you make this, and we don't concede good goals.
Would you admit that you missed your 3 best players this season, Aban Lawrence and H.A. Dog?
Oh yes, honestly, but I told you we miss them, but at the same time you replace them. When you replace them, it might not be like those you've missed, but that is football.
Okay, I wish you all the best in your next game. Coach Bashir Hayford is the head coach of Heart of Lions. They have lost to Aduana by a goal to nil. Now, the most valuable player in today's game, the good old Adochi Bedu, Okwano Asava. Adochi, how important is this win for Ayemu Aduana and Demonye?
Because sometimes I na draw any home chrono by Nyamia Admam and yet marry Nedia, energy semper.
Of course, now Obahanona more GD sem with me game because some last game will lose when the Lions so a very difficult grounds.
And you GDM mapa because MCA home last week in a board draw hunty. Your quality mistakes who kasa chile say ha ye banedi ye ba 5 points in Eddie Ashim. Yamia don't yetima concodea my points in it my Eddie and Tia Nijepa.
Now one casano individually or performance na sense at the eternity any man not to be do from Tete. Say no bobo at the end and no more unique.
Basically, training, me training in a brain, I'm in Feni Agro, in TNM performance.
I not to wish you the best. I not.
Stephen Anochibedu was adjudged man of the match in that game involving Kpandu Heart of Lions and then also Aduana FC. Aduana FC walking away back to Doma Ahinkro with maximum point over there. Now, let's come back. We heard from Bashir Hayford, Francis Aboibo, and he's spoken about the fact that they concede cheap goals and there's something practically wrong with the centre-back pairing.
It's true. If you look at their game against Vision FC, Ruben Hennessy scored an own goal. The second goal was a deflected goal as well for them to draw that game. They went back to Kpandu. They couldn't win the game. It ended up 0-0. They went to Abrankese. Ruben Hennessy scored an own goal. And you were there. You ran coverage on that game. So and today as well, Route 1 ball played into the den. They couldn't deal with it. It's a problem for him. He has to adjust it. He's the coach. But sometimes you have to take responsibility as well as a coach. But if you always think it is the players alone, then the soft reaction is not
all right, thank you very much, gentlemen, Nanedu, and then also Francis Aboibo, Blackgate. And if you join us from the very blast of the whistle, we say thank you because it's been a lovely coverage. Match day 14 of the Ghana Premier League. We were at the Kpande Stadium where we brought you the live coverage of the game involving Kpandu Heart of Lions and then also Aduana FC, which ended 1-0 in favor of the visitors. My name is Jose Okokwe. See you same time tomorrow for Heart of Oak taking on Nations FC. Bye for now.
Every morning, I wake up to this miracle sleeping soundly, but mornings weren't always this peaceful.
I remember the sleepless nights, leaks that woke us both up, damp clothes and tears. And all I wanted was for my baby to be dry and comfortable.
Then I discovered Flora Kids baby diaper.
Its maximum absorption keeps my little one dry all night, giving us peaceful, restful sleep. And the stretchy side tapes, they make sure it's comfy even when she's on the move.
Thanks to Flora Kids baby diaper, our nights are calm and our mornings are full of giggles.
For bulk purchases, call Delta Paper Mail on 0243 033 033.
Abusia wo hwɛ me wako aba adeba Helios Care Center aha ye treaty conditions bi te sɛ obi a wanya spondylosis obi a wachi bramo wachi kasai eye wo ya wontimi nyina so mfa nya adwuma obi a won so wo de ne sciatica enti ama aye oto ase enti ni tam emuta atwetwen obi nso a ne de ne eye ne kotodwa emu ahodwo enti wontimi nyina so nya adwuma obi nso a ne de no eye ne sisi ana se bia bia e fa no lumbago ana back pain wachi kasai no eye wo ya yie pa ama otini mu ana okon mu kura no a abusia woten say ya obi so ane de no arthritis say your osteoarthritis say rheumatoid gout ne nyina no o de ba Helios Care Center ye behwe na ye ye firi wo so ye was Sankofo bus stop Michelle Camp Road fire numbers e was screen so na frɛ ye oba ye beboa pa ye firi wo so.
Looking to cut energy costs for your business? Switch to Luster Solar. With over 8 years of experience in solar energy, we've successfully completed projects for factories, hospitals, shopping malls, churches, and more across Ghana. With us, satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us +2 335 437 79090 or visit our website at www.lustersolargh.com.
We're back. Discover GBH, enriched with argan oil. It gently straightens the hair, making them more shiny and smooth. You are ready to reign.
GBH, my hair, my crown.
There is only one hospital who rahwa yema wadro di dware
and the kind of things I pay at the free radio muno. Abrofo a puba beshe and Stroma Herbal Hospital. I just say, one more specialize in detoxification. See a fee if